Hi there, so I'm not in Surrey, I'm just in Hertfordshire and I'm at a motorcycle outfitters called Goldtop. I've come up specially, it takes about 2 hours to get from where I am to come up here, and they do high-end leather gear. When you walk in you get that strong leather smell. I really love that. On the wall there are some of the heritage pieces. The Goldtop brand's quite old, 50s. They originally based up in Hull, used to manufacture for the household cavalry and the police, and then they went to the wall, and then the current owner Casey picked it up and kind of ran with it. It's kind of contract manufactured, so depending upon what it is, it'll be made in different parts of the world, but it's well put together. So they use, just when you look at the items, they're well crafted, well stitched together. It's not cheap. None of it's made in China. The zips are good and the linings are good. There's upstairs they had these beautiful bomber jackets. These is all the heritage stuff from the 60s, I think. I adore those bomber jackets. Can't really justify owning them, but the thing that I like about it is it's a nice relaxed vibe, and you don't get that from shopping online. It's just nice to go somewhere and sit down and chat and have the crack. Look at that! How cool is that? How cool is that? And I've not got the right bike for it, but if you had, oh. It's got a similar vibe to Motor Legends, which is near me, in that you're going to turn up and have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and take a good look before picking something up. These are those heritage pieces. I quite like those. The boots, I love those black ones there, made in Spain. They do always do good boots, Spanish riding boots. This again is a new interpretation of one of their old ones with that piping there. It had a really nice zip, nice lining. It reminded me of those Porsche Martinis. This is some of the older stuff. It looks like Barry Sheen would wear it. Now there might be some people that can remember Goldtop when they were a true brand. What they do is ride out, so they meet up at the store and then they go for a ride out. It's a long way to go from where we are, of course, down here in Surrey. I bought a couple of pair of gloves, nicely put together, thick leather. By the time that I'd ridden back, they'd started to mould into my hands. They were good, not cheap. So that's Goldtop, and if you're in the market for a high-end leather jacket, or good summer gloves or winter gloves, come up. It's a bit of a trek from the the GU5 postcode. You're over the Dartford crossing and the Dart crossing, and then up the M11. So you're basically at Stansted. But if you're going to drop a few £100 on a jacket, they did these super cool bomber jackets that I rather fancied. Can't really justify it, you'd wear it twice a year kind of thing, but they're really, really beautiful. And it's got a nice vibe in there, so nice and chilled. Get a cup of tea, cup of coffee, sit down, take a look. You're not getting rushed around. Shopping like that's a pleasure nowadays. They do. So I was the wrong side of the M25 and I needed to go and see my mate over in Beaconsfield on the following day, so I thought I'd stay. So I camped at this Church Farm in Ardeley. It's not for profit, eco setup, diverse. They've got workshops. They had a bike workshop. They've got barbers. It's good for kids. See the two bikes on the right hand side there, two Harleys. We're going to come back to them. Mine's the one on the left there. Probably not the biggest farm in the world. I would have thought 200, 300 acres. And I was staying in that Loweney field. Lots of people there, very busy for the end of the year. But because it had this eco drive, very basic facilities. That was the loo. And it's basic, okay? And you're either comfortable with that or you're not. And that was the shower. And I think you're either comfortable with it or not. You've seen my camp setup before. My luxury chair. There's the tea set up. Then I went back to look at the Harleys. That was the ladies one. And that was the chaps one. And he had this Star Wars themed paint job on it. I hope that you like my videos. If you do, give me a thumbs up, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel. I think you probably got the vibe. You know, I do motorbikes and travelling around. This time last year, I was on my way down to Spain, I think. Well, was it the year before? I can't remember now. It's, you know, the pandemic's messed us up. And I met this guy in the queue, an absolutely lovely guy, Brian Kinsella. He travels all over the place. He's got this, he's got a Triumph Rocket, he's just picked up a Harley. Safe travels, Brian. Okay, folks, thanks for staying with me, and see you soon. Take care. Bye.